Hey everyone, welcome to Lacrosse Greatness. Real quick, before I get into anything, I'd like to announce that I'm starting a college lacrosse Slack where fans can chat about recent lacrosse news. To join the Slack, I left a link in the description. As a lacrosse fan all the way from Texas, I've noticed how hard it is to find people to talk about college lacrosse with, and I think it would be fun to connect with other fans. If you're a big fan of college lacrosse and want to join the community or ask me any questions, I'd love for you to join the Slack. Okay, now for the rest of the video. So, a quick weekend recap. Hopkins and Carolina played a sloppy game in the mud that got super chippy at the end. Ultimately, Hopkins came out on top. Richmond beat a Notre Dame team that didn't look great. Richmond always seems to win these huge games against schools that have way better players. Really good for them. Patrick Spencer once again just showed us why he's so good. That crease dive play was absurd. I feel bad for the goalies and defense for the crease dive, but wow, some crease dives like this are just so entertaining to watch. St. John's beat High Point, which is a huge win. High Point was definitely trending upwards, and so this loss was a really good one for St. John's. Virginia won a shootout against Princeton, and their goalie, Patrick Birkinshaw, had an amazing performance. Makes me really happy for Virginia and him, just because I know that they've had goalie troubles for a while. But I want to talk about one game in particular that really caught my eye, and that was the Penn State versus Yale game. It was an awesome game between the most recent national champion, Yale, and a team that has been on the rise for several years in Penn State. I want to highlight two players in particular that really stuck out to me: Penn State's Grant Ament and Yale's Jackson Morrill. These two guys are some of the most underrated college lacrosse players in my opinion. Let's take a look at Ament first off. Ament made a guy who is widely considered to be a top-tier defender in all of college lacrosse, Chris Fake, look absolutely silly. One play in particular circulated the rounds of lacrosse Twitter, and I want to show it to you just in case you missed it. What a spectacular play. But all day, Ament was blowing by his defender and making feeds left and right. Right now, he leads the nation in points, and I really think he's the most underrated player in college lacrosse. Because if you don't put this guy as your top 3 lacrosse player right now, I think you're wrong. He's just that good. He plays so well with his teammate Mac O'Keefe, who could be named the best outside shooter in college lacrosse. I don't know, what do you think? I think it's either Mac O'Keefe or Kyle Marr from Johns Hopkins. Anyways, so on the other side we have Jackson Morrill. I've been watching his highlights since he was in high school when he was at McDonough, and I'm constantly impressed with how smart of a player he is. He's definitely not the strongest or fastest player out there, but I think he understands leverage really well and just stays calm when defenders are all pressured on him. He had a nice 2-goal, 5-assist performance and a great win against Penn State. I really like the way he plays with Matt Gaudette, who is a lethal crease finisher. And also bonus points for winning a national championship that early on in your career, that's always good. Okay, so leave a comment down below, who do you think are the most underrated players out there? I don't watch a ton of teams outside the top 20, so it'd be nice to know some names to look out for. Like I said, if you're a big college lacrosse fan, come join the Lacrosse Greatness Slack where we can talk more about college lacrosse. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.